Good morning, students. In our previous lecture, we were studying about male reproductive system and we have completed that topic. So today our topic is female reproductive system in the chapter human reproduction. So female reproductive system in human beings. So let's discuss the different structures or about the system of the female. Okay, so we have ovary. A pair of ovaries are present in female reproductive system. Ovary, as you know, is a primary sex organ where oogenesis occurs. Oogenesis means formation of eggs, okay, or female gametes. So oogenesis takes place in the ovaries, and a pair of ovaries are present in female reproductive system, also known as its primary sex organ. As we say in case of testes, which are also primary sex organs in human males. Another structures are uterus, fallopian tube, and vagina, and glands. So we would discuss about everything written over here step by step. So first of all, ovaries. So as we know that ovaries are located in the pelvic region, in abdominal cavity, and these ovaries actually are connected with fallopian tube, or they are suspended in the reproductive system with the help of this mesovarium. This mesovarium or body, or you can say body ligament or uterine ligament. This is mesentery of uterine. Mesentery means it is actually uh, a ligament of perimetrium layer, which is outermost layer of uterus. So actually ovaries are, here you can see, ovaries are suspended in the pelvic region or in abdominal cavity with the help of this mesovarium or mesentery of uterine. Okay, so ovary is suspended and is attached to the abdominal wall. Just because of this ligament. Okay, so this mesentery of this perimetrium layer, okay, which is known as mesovarium, through which this ovary is attached, or you can say is suspended freely, but actually is somewhat attached to the female reproductive system in this pelvic region. So let's come to the structure of female reproductive system. Here you can see we have pair of ovaries. One ovary is here and one ovary is there. Actually, we are showing only one side because another side is similar to that of this side. So this is ovary, and as I told you, inside the ovary, which is also known as primary sex organ, oogenesis occurs. Means egg production takes place inside this ovary. Okay. Then the next structure we have is fallopian tube. This is fallopian tube. Actually, when eggs are produced inside the ovary, that eggs have to be transferred to the female reproductive system, or you can say have to be transferred through fallopian tube to the uterus in order to implant. Okay, so this egg actually transferred to this fallopian tube in order to get fused with the male gamete or sperm, which is actually taken up by female reproductive system. So this ovary produces eggs, and egg is transferred to this fallopian tube. Actually not egg exactly, is known as, at that time, that is known as secondary oocyte. Secondary oocyte. So how that secondary oocyte, later known as egg, is transferred to this structure of fallopian tube? As a kind of suction pressure is produced by this fallopian tube. Here you can see finger-like structures over here, which are known as fimbriae. These finger-like structures known as fimbriae, actually they do produce a suction pressure in order to receive or collect secondary oocyte, which later on becomes egg. So this fimbriae or finger-like structure uh, creates a suction pressure in order to receive or collect secondary oocyte from this ovary. Okay, so secondary oocyte कहाँ जाएगा? अब यहाँ पे fallopian tube के पास. What is the reason? Due to having this fimbriae, and they produce suction pressure between this ovary and this fallopian tube structure. Okay, now secondary oocyte had transferred to this fallopian tube because of having this finger-like fimbriae, by producing suction pressure between both of these structures. Okay, so this swollen part of fallopian tube is known as infundibulum. Okay, so this swollen part is known as infundibulum, and this part where this swelling is initiated, or where this swelling is started, this swelling swollen part, this whole swollen part of fallopian tube is known as ampulla. Ampulla. Do remember, we have discussed in case of male reproductive system, the ampulla. Ampulla was a swollen part within the vas deferens duct. From that ampulla part, and a gland is originated, known as that gland is seminal vesicles. Okay, so this is infundibulum part, and this whole swollen part is known as ampulla. And do remember, is important, very important, this ampulla or this whole swollen part actually a site for fertilization. That means a sperm have to reach over here in order to get fused with egg or female gamete. So right over here, this is a site for fertilization. This curved part of fallopian tube is known as isthmus, and this straightened part is known as tubular part, which is 10 to 15 centimeter long. Okay, and this part, which is quite above the fundic part, and it's continued over the uterine part, is known as fundic part. Okay, so we have discussed about ovary and fallopian tube. Ovary, oogenesis occurs, formation of egg is more specifically secondary oocyte, which is transferred to the fallopian tube with the help of a suction pressure, which is created by this finger-like fimbriae, and then here the part which is known as infundibulum, and a whole swollen part which is known as ampulla is site for fertilization, a site where male gamete comes here and gets fused with female gamete. And this curved part is known as isthmus, and this straightened part is known as tubular part, and this part, which is quite over the uterine part, known as fundic or fundus part. So let's come to the now this womb or uterus, where embryo will be developed during its gestation period. So actually this uterus part is highly muscular as well as highly vascular. Is made of it is highly, actually it needs to be very protective, so it's covered by 3 different layers. Outermost layer of this uterus is known as perimetrium, which is very fibrous, and it gives strength to this uterine structure. So outermost layer is perimetrium. Middle one is known as myometrium layer. This middle layer is known as myometrium, which is highly muscular. Is very muscular layer. This middle layer is very muscular, known as myometrium. That's why known as myo, means muscular. And the innermost layer is enfolded, and it is highly vascular. It's highly vascular. This inner membrane is folded and highly vascular, is known as endometrium. It is highly vascular in nature. So there are three layers of this uterine structure. Outermost perimetrium, which is fibrous. Middle one is myometrium, which is very muscular, and inner one is enfolded, known as endometrium layer. Okay. So when this uterine structure gets narrower at the terminal end, this point is known as cervix. So cervix is a narrow region at the bottom of this uterine structure. Okay. So just near to this cervix part, in medical terms, we used to say, actually these are two types of actually you can say there are two links. One link is known as internal OS, and this lower one is known as external OS. Actually, these are not just for you can say to facilitate uh, the doctors in order to check the pregnancy or the development of an embryo inside the uterus during gestation period, especially during the last month of pregnancy. So these are superficial points actually. So this internal OS means orifice, or orifice you can say opening or attachment of one part to the another. So this internal OS means when this uterine cervix opens into the uterus. Again, this internal OS means opening of uterine cervix into the uterus. And what is external OS? ओपनिंग ऑफ सर्विक्स. अब यहाँ देखिए, यहाँ पे मैं यूट्राइन सर्विक्स यूट्राइन वर्ड यूज नहीं कर रहा हूं, मैंने यहाँ पे यूज किया यूट्राइन वर्ड कि इंटरनल ओएस मींस opening of uterine cervix into the uterus, and external OS means opening of simple cervix into the vaginal tract. Okay, these are superficial points actually. And this is vagina, is a female reproductive part actually which receives male gametes from human male during sexual intercourse or the process of copulation. This is vaginal opening, which is also known as vulva, and this is a hymen. This hymen layer actually present only in case of virgin females. So this is whole of this is vaginal tract. Okay. And so this is all about female reproductive system. We have discussed about ovary, the location of ovary, how this ovary transfers its secondary oocyte to the fallopian tube, and the structure of fallopian tube is infundibulum. This whole swollen part is ampulla, which is site for fertilization. Then this isthmus is curving part, tubular part, fundic part. Three layers of uterus, perimetrium, middle one is myometrium, and endometrium. This is uterine part, and this uterus is site for implantation. Implantation means when embryo gets attached to the uterus and starts developing. Okay, this is cervix. This narrower part at the bottom of this uterus is cervix, and these are superficial points, internal OS and external OS, opening into the uterus, opening into the vaginal tract. This vagina, this is a small layer is known as hymen in case of virgin female. Okay, so it's all about the female reproductive system. Now we would discuss about all the parts step by step. Okay, So do revise it properly, as well as male reproductive system. Then we would do it uh, ahead of this topics. So if you have any doubt, and you can write your doubts or questions in the comment section of this video. Thank you very much.